come to certain absolutes in their head about the way they should tell a story, you know. So, and I'm talking, say, Curtis Hanson, Michael Mann, Ridley Scott. And Ridley's reputation is purely as a visual artist, you know, and that the inner life of a character or things like that are not really his concern, you know. But that's a reputation that he's left behind. I mean, he, you know, has come to some completely different decisions over, you know, between Blade Runner and his development as a director. You know, he now really focuses on the narrative, you know. I mean, just as much as he completes every square inch of that frame, and I've seen him work with 5 camera crews, you know. He's just immense. He sits in his little pagoda tent, you know, and we've got 5,000 people all running around in the snow and 500 horses and, you know, elephants and all this sort of stuff going on, you know. And after one take, he calls the crews in, and crew by crew, he'll give complete instructions over a 3-minute take for when they should pull in, you know, when they should come out again, when they should, you know, change the perspective completely, what they should concentrate on. And he goes from one camera crew to the next camera crew, and they're all just standing around and go, yep, 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 yep. And I'll be sitting there going, right, yeah. So what do you want me to do? And he'll go, and you are.
Commodus is not a moral man. You have known that since you were young. Commodus cannot rule.
Not only did this offer you, a grand action piece, but it offered you an emotional arc as well that was, I thought, very well brought off.
Yeah, we developed those aspects of the narrative as we went, you know. About 7 months out from the beginning of principal photography, we had 70% of a script and, you know, 7 months to get the rest. By the time we started shooting, we had 30% of a script, because scripts are funny creatures. Once you start fiddling with them, they unravel, you know, and whole characters were lost because we just didn't require them anymore. This is not unusual. You do this all the time, you know. The script is, you know, we call it, you know, in some ways it's ironic, we call it the Bible, you know, and you've got to have that before you begin. And, you know, I'm very much of that old school in that respect. You know, if I can't read the work and the effort and the belief and the passion and the love on that page, I'm not going to be doing that film, you know. With this, it was completely different. They gave me a concept. It was a 3-line thing. They said it's 185 AD, it's going to be directed by Ridley Scott, and you start off as a Roman general, you know. And when I met Ridley, he's a very straight-talking man. He sat there with his big cigar, puffing away, little fella, you know, surrounded by pieces of art, you know, depicting certain aspects of, you know, of how he saw the aesthetic of the piece, you know, diagrams, models of the Colosseum, how he was going to pull off being, you know, building only 10% of the Colosseum, yet it was going to be 360 degrees, you know. And we came to this very simple thing in that first conversation. You know, there's things missing from the story for him, there's things missing from the story for me, but we will work together on this, and we will make all of these things reach the level that we need them to reach, you know, during the course of it. So it was a leap of faith for me. Unusual, but it was Ridley Scott, and plus you don't get the opportunity to run around a toga every day, you know.
Russell Crowe, and after 2 such powerhouse performances in a row, someone we can be really proud of.